It's not everybody's beer, this one. It's quite polarising.
Yeah, a lot of people are
the iodine and everything you get from peat reminds people of hospitals and bandages. And I've got two very close friends in WA who are paramedics.
Yep.
And they won't taste it.
Really?
As soon as they put their nose to it, it just takes them to a roadside accident.
Yeah.
And they refuse to try it. So,
I could understand that. It's
so it is polarising.
Yeah. The malt itself, like that colour, is just really nice, almost golden copper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it helps a little bit of haze because there's so much proteins and
we
things
got the first pour too.
Oh, it's not yeast. That's just a little bit of chill haze. As it warms up, it will disappear. It is drier than last year's. Last year's is quite a bit sweeter. So
the warmth of the alcohol. This is what I like about it, and I try and explain it to people quite often. I think a lot of people forget the alcohol in beer at certain strengths, which this one definitely is. It is a flavour component.
Yes,
like it's there for a reason, and it's not just there to have a strong beer. It's there because that cuts the peat and offers it some development and gives it sweetness, which, because anything over 7% ABV, alcohol is actually a sweetness that it goes in as a flavour. So,
and it's very important for us that the alcohol does become part of that flavour.
Yeah.
If the alcohol's sitting there just as a boozy burn,
it'd be hot.
I hate it.
Yeah.
It's something I personally detest.
It almost, you could do that by just pouring vodka into any sort of beer and going, this is what a high ABV beer with non-balanced alcohol tastes like.
Yeah.
And no one wants that.
And I hate it when I go out and buy a very expensive bottle, certainly a lot from the States or elsewhere, and I buy it and go to drink it, and it is so hot. I think it's just not enjoyable.
No.
And I've just paid a lot of money.
A lot of money. Yeah.
You know, if the bottle came and said, don't, best before 2030.
Yep.
Fine. Let's sit there, do whatever.
Yeah.
But we try and release, I would say, every single one of our beers is ready to drink when we release it. If it's burny or something not right, it will sit here
until it's ready.
Until it is right, and if it isn't, we'll end up blending it away and making something else. That is drinkable. So one thing we get more than probably any other comments that people can't believe when they're having one of our 14% pastry stouts that they're not drinking an 8 or 9% beer, because the alcohol is integrated into that flavour. And
the thing is, so you're meant to taste the booze.
Yeah.
Some of these beers you're meant to taste the booze, and that's how it is.
It is. I mean, you want to sip with that in a nice brandy sipper or whatever.
It's got the peat in that is really well developed. It's quite subtle, but I like peat too. So I love whiskey. So some people will be like, whoa. I reckon some people might get like bacony. You get a lot of people with smoke, they like get that bacony sort of thing. I'm not getting any of that. I'm getting like almost a berry, like a dark berry flavour.
I'm getting the peat on the nose, but the flavour, this is definitely a totally different flavour to last year. Most of our years are very similar, but I guess this is the first time we've moved to a different maltster. And it's definitely made a big difference to the final beer, because the process is identical.